The best way to deal with a tailgater is to A. Speed up. B. Slow down and allow them to pass. C. Slam on your brakes. D. Honk your horn. The best way to deal with a tailgater is to B. Slow down and allow them to pass. Most rear-end collisions are the result of a vehicle following too closely. If you have a tailgater behind you, you should not speed up. This will only cause you to have a vehicle following you too closely at a higher speed, which can make the situation more dangerous. The best thing to do is to slow down and allow them to pass. All vehicles on the road must be equipped with a horn that can be heard from a minimum of A. 25 feet. B. 50 feet. C. 100 feet. D. 200 feet. All vehicles on the road must be equipped with a horn that can be heard from a minimum of D. 200 feet. Your car horn can be a valuable tool for preventing imminent low to medium speed collisions from happening. In order for your horn to be effective, it needs to be heard from far enough away. Vehicles operated on public roads are required to have a working horn that can be heard, under normal conditions, from a distance of 200 feet. Flash your brake lights or turn on your emergency flashers if you A. Want to tell a driver to stop following too closely. B. Need to change lanes. C. Need to warn other drivers of an accident or slowed traffic ahead. D. Want to slow down. Flash your brake lights or turn on your emergency flashers if you C. Need to warn other drivers of an accident or slowed traffic ahead. Your vehicle's lights and signals are useful ways to communicate with other drivers. If you are approaching a collision, stopped traffic, or slowed traffic ahead, you can warn the drivers behind you by flashing your brake lights or turning on your emergency flashers. If you're able to spot the upcoming hazard first, you can help other drivers slow down to a safe speed or adjust their driving in order to avoid any problems. When you approach an intersection with a green traffic light, you should A. Come to a complete stop and wait for the light to change. B. Slow down and continue through the intersection. C. Stop at the limit line before you continue through the intersection. D. Continue driving, but yield to pedestrians or traffic in the intersection. When you approach an intersection with a green traffic light, you should D. Continue driving, but yield to pedestrians or traffic in the intersection. When the traffic light at the intersection is green in your direction, that means you are able to proceed through the intersection if it is clear. If you are continuing straight, you will typically be able to continue through immediately. If you are turning right, be sure to yield to any pedestrians that are crossing the road. If you are turning left without a green arrow, be sure to yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. In any scenario, you'll also need to yield to any traffic that is still in the intersection. If you cannot make it all the way through the intersection, you should stop at the limit line until you can. When a school bus is stopped on the roadway, you must always stop when A. The school bus is stopped. B. The bus has its red lights flashing or stop arm extended. C. You can see children on the bus. D. You are on the opposite side of a divided highway. When a school bus is stopped on the roadway, you must always stop when B. The bus has its red lights flashing or stop arm extended. You are always required to stop if you are driving on either side of an undivided roadway and approach a school bus with its red lights flashing or its stop arm extended. These signals indicate that the bus is picking up or dropping off children. As such, there may be small children entering and exiting the roadway. In these situations, passing the school bus is prohibited. At intersections, crosswalks, and railroad crossings, you should always A. Look to both sides of your vehicle before proceeding. B. Look to the left side of your vehicle before proceeding. C. Look to the right side of your vehicle before proceeding. D. Only look at the traffic lights and road signs. At intersections, crosswalks, and railroad crossings, you should always A. Look to both sides of your vehicle before proceeding. In any situation where traffic, pedestrians, trains, or other vehicles cross paths moving in different directions, it is extremely important to check for traffic all around you. When you come to an intersection, a crosswalk, or a railroad crossing, you must check for vehicles, pedestrians, bicyclists, and trains approaching from the sides of you before you enter the intersection. Even if you have the right-of-way as granted by right-of-way rules, traffic signs, or traffic lights, it is still important for you to confirm that the way is safe and clear. A pennant-shaped sign means A. No passing zone. B. No parking zone. C. HOV lane. D. Lanes merge. A pennant-shaped sign means A. No passing zone. A pennant, or flag-shaped, sign is used to indicate a no passing zone. These signs are yellow with black lettering that reads, No passing zone. When you enter the area where the sign is posted, you must not overtake other vehicles. You are in a truck's blind spot if A. You are 100 feet in front of the truck. B. You are to the right of the truck. C. You cannot see the truck driver in the truck's mirrors. D. You are to the left of the truck. You are in a truck's blind spot if C. You cannot see the truck driver in the truck's mirrors. Trucks and other large vehicles have larger blind spots than passenger cars and small vehicles. These large blind spots are also referred to as no zones. The no zones exist on each side of the truck, directly in front of it, and behind it. One good way to check whether or not you are driving in a truck's blind spot when you are on the sides or behind it is to look into the truck's side view mirrors. If you are not able to see the truck's mirrors at all or cannot see the driver of the truck in the side mirrors, you are most likely driving in the truck's blind spot. Where are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur? A. Highway interchanges. B. Freeways. C. Intersections. D. Business districts. C. Intersections are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur. The cause of these collisions at intersections is often due to the driver of the car not seeing the motorcycle. That is why it is important to look twice for motorcyclists and to make a conscious effort to scan the road ahead and around you for motorcycles. Due to their small size and speed, spotting motorcycles is more difficult than spotting other cars. A no parking sign means A. You may not stop there for any reason. B. You may only stop there temporarily to load or unload passengers or packages. C. You can park there on Thursday through Sunday. D. Parking is reserved for large vehicles. A no parking sign means B. You may only stop there temporarily to load or unload passengers or packages. A no parking sign is one of the most common types of these road signs you'll encounter. The meaning of a no parking sign seems obvious, right? You cannot park your car there. While that's certainly true, there's a little more to it. A no parking signs means you cannot park and leave your car there for any period of time. You can stop your car there to temporarily load or unload passengers or merchandise. Great job! Here are some of your next steps to getting your learner's permit or driver's license. Read and study the official driver handbook from your state DMV. Take more free practice tests at puedomanejar.com. Gather all your necessary forms and documents before you visit the DMV office. Before you know it, you'll be driving in your very own car all by yourself. puedomanejar.com. Free DMV practice tests and much more to help you pass your real exams. Visit us today.